Brr, I feel tiny today, Amelia. Like a little ant in a snowstorm.
An ant? Why do you say that?
It was my boss. I didn't know a word in the meeting, and he just looked down on me.
That is a terrible feeling, but we can fix the ignorance rationally, and we can fix the feeling emotionally.
How? It hurts.
With two simple phrasal verbs, look up and look down.
Logic and emotion?
Physics and psychology. Let's rebuild your confidence. Welcome back to Mrs. English Hub. I am Amelia.
And I am Johnny. Honestly, I did not want to leave my bed this morning.
I know, in the winter, leaving your warm bed is the hardest thing to do. But we have a very important lesson today.
We do, because today we are connecting the body to the brain. We are taking a simple direction, up and down, and turning it into social power.
Exactly. Many students think look up just means using your eyes.
But it means so much more. It means research. It means respect. It means optimism.
And look down isn't just about the floor. It can be about arrogance.
It is the difference between being a leader and being, well, an ant.
So, grab your tea.
Put on your sweater.
And let's get started. First, we must ground ourselves. We start with the body, the physical meaning.
The neck muscles.
Exactly. The literal meaning. Look up.
Johnny demonstrates. Eyes to the ceiling.
Look down.
Johnny demonstrates. Eyes to the floor.
Simple physics, but vital for safety.
Safety? How is looking at the ceiling safe?
Imagine you are in New York City.
Okay, I am in Manhattan. Skyscrapers everywhere.
You are walking to get a hot dog. Suddenly, I scream, "Johnny, look up!"
Why?
An air conditioner is falling from a window.
Whoa, that is scary.
Or a piano, like a cartoon.
A piano?
If I shout, "Look up," it is usually a warning about something above you.
So look up can save my life.
Yes. Now, imagine we are hiking.
In the winter woods, it is snowy.
There's a treacherous hole in the path, or a patch of ice.
A trap?
A danger on the ground. I shout, "Johnny, look down."
So I don't fall.
Precisely. It is directional.
It is gravity.
Now, let's play a rapid-fire game. I name an object, you tell me the direction.
I am ready. Test me.
The stars.
Look up.
Your shoelaces.
Look down.
A bird flying.
Look up.
A puddle of icy water.
Look down.
The top of a mountain.
Look up.
A lost coin on the sidewalk.
Look down.
The moon.
Look up.
A snake.
Look down. Run away.
Excellent work.
That is easy, Amelia. That is A1 level.
It seems easy, but notice your body language, Johnny.
My body?
Look up for me again. Hold it.
Johnny lifts his head high. Chest opens, shoulders go back.
How does that feel physically?
My chest is open. My spine is straight. I feel big.
Confident. Proud.
Yes.
Now, look down.
Closed. Heavy. My neck hurts a little.
Submissive.
Yes, like the ant. I feel smaller.
This is the bridge, Johnny. The physical action creates the emotional feeling.
Wait, you mean if I move my head, I change my emotion?
Psychology tells us that body language shapes how we feel. If you walk around looking down, you will feel sad.
And if I walk around looking up?
You project confidence, even if you don't feel it inside yet.
Fake it until you make it?
Exactly. So if you want to feel confident in that meeting with your boss,
I must physically look up.
even if you don't know the answer?
Especially then?
Especially then. Never let your chin hit your chest.
But I didn't know the word synergy. That's why I looked down. I felt stupid.
You were not stupid. You just lacked data. You lacked information.
I was ignorant of the word.
So let's solve that. We move from the physical pillar to the rational pillar.
Rational means logic, brain work.
Correct. Meaning number 2, to look up information.
To search.
Specifically in a reference source. This is the definition students get wrong the most.
Why?
because they confuse it with look for.
Ah, yes. My students mix them up all the time. I am looking up my keys.
I'm going to make a buzzer sound. Bzz. Wrong.
Why is it wrong?
Johnny, where is your phone?
Johnny, Pat's pockets. I don't know. I had it a minute ago.
You are looking for your phone.
Because it's a physical object.
Yes, if you lose your keys, you look for them.
If you lose your dog, you look for him.
If you lose your socks, you look for them.
Okay, so look for is for lost physical things.
Now, can you look up your keys?
Are my keys in a dictionary?
No.
Are my keys on Google?
No.
Then I cannot look them up.
Exactly. You look up data. You look up facts. You look up information.
This is a big distinction.
Huge. Think of it this way. Look up means consult a reference.
A reference like a book or a computer.
Let's practice scenarios. I want to make sure you understand.
I am ready. Scenario 1.
Scenario 1. The airport.
You are lost. I am always lost at airports.
You need to know your gate number. You're staring at the big screen with all the flights.
That is information. It is data on a screen.
So?
I am looking up my gate number.
Correct. Now you drop your passport on the floor. You don't see it.
That is a physical object. I am looking for my passport.
Excellent. See the difference?
Crystal clear.
Scenario 2. The pizza restaurant.
I am hungry.
You want to know the price of a large pepperoni pizza.
The price is a fact. It is written on the menu.
So?
I look up the price on the menu.
Correct. But then the waiter disappears. You want to order.
I am scanning the room with my eyes. I am looking for the waiter.
You cannot look up the waiter. He's not in a dictionary.
Unless he's a very famous waiter.
Even then, no. Scenario 3. The library.
I want the book Harry Potter.
You are walking through the shelves.
I am using my eyes to find the book object. So, I am looking for the book.
But the library is huge. You can't find it. You go to the computer database.
Ah, the catalog. I type Harry Potter. I am looking up the location.
Perfect. You look up the data to help you look for the book.
That is crystal clear.
So, back to your boss.
The meeting.
You didn't know the word synergy.
I panicked. I looked down at my shoes.
Instead of looking down, you should have used the rational pillar.
What should I say?
You say, I don't know that specific definition, but I will look it up and get back to you.
I will look it up.
It changes I don't know into I will find the answer.
That sounds proactive.
It is professional. It shows you know how to find information.
I will look it up. I like that.
Johnny, one warning.
A warning? Is it dangerous?
A search up.
My nephew says that. I'll search it up on YouTube.
It is common slang. The younger generation uses it. But in a meeting with your scary boss?
No.
Stick to look up. It's the standard professional phrasal verb.
Excuse me, sir. Let me look that up for you.
Classy. Competent.
I feel smarter already.
Good. Before we get to the emotional part, I want to give you a quick tip.
A tip?
If you're enjoying this logical approach to English and you want to support us,
You should hit the like button right now.
why?
Because it helps our channel look up. Wait, can I say that?
No, you can't say the channel looks up.
It helps our channel's stats look up.
Getting closer. We'll get to that in the next section.
Okay, just press like. It warms us up in this cold studio.
Thank you, students. Now, Johnny, you have the posture, you have the data.
But I still feel sad about the bad week. The logic is good, but the emotion is still heavy.
Then we need the optimistic pillar.
This is the deep stuff.
This is where English becomes psychology. This is where prepositions change everything.
Two opposing forces.
First, look up to.
3 words. Look up to.
Does it mean looking at a tall person?
I am looking up to you, Amelia. You are taller than me today.
No, sit down, Johnny. It is not about height.
Okay.
It means to admire, to respect.
To view someone as a hero.
You place them above you in your mind. on a pedestal.
Like a child looking at a parent.
He looks up to his father.
Because he wants to be like him.
Emulation. That is key. You don't just like them, you want to be like them.
Who do you look up to, Johnny?
Can I say Batman?
Real people, please.
Okay, I look up to my neighbor Bob.
Bob? The guy with the noisy dog?
Yes, but listen, Bob is 80 years old.
Okay.
Every winter, he shovels snow for the whole street, not just his house, my house, your house, the widow's house next door.
He does?
For free. He just smiles and waves. He is so generous.
So you respect his character?
I want to be generous like Bob. I look up to him.
That is beautiful. Heroes don't have to be famous.
Who do you look up to, Amelia?
Tell me.
My mother. She learned English at age 50.
Wow, that is hard work.
She never gave up. She studied every night. I look up to her persistence.
Respect is a nice feeling. It feels warm.
But there is a dark side.
The opposite.
Look down on.
The visual dims slightly. Johnny looks serious. Look down on. 3 words again.
To view someone as inferior.
To think you are better than them.
Arrogance. Judgment.
He looks down on people who take the bus.
She looks down on people with cheap clothes.
Or he looks down on people with an accent.
That is the worst.
That is my boss.
Tell me exactly what happened.
When I didn't know the word, he sighed. He rolled his eyes. He looked at me like I was dirt.
He looked down on you.
He made me feel small.
Johnny, I want to give you a mental shield. A psychological defense.
A shield? Like Captain America?
Better. When someone looks down on you, it is not about your value, it's about their insecurity.
Really?
Happy, confident people do not judge. Only insecure people judge.
So my boss is insecure?
Probably. He needs to feel big, so he tries to make you feel small.
So how do I react?
Do not look at your shoes.
No?
Use the physical pillar. Look up. Maintain eye contact.
Show him I'm not an ant.
And use the rational pillar. I don't know, but I will look it up.
Professional.
And realize you don't have to look up to him.
Just because he's the boss?
Correct. Rank does not equal respect. You can be polite, but you don't have to admire him.
English is communication, not submission.
I love that. Did you make that up?
I think I did, just now.
Write that down, students. English is communication, not submission.
And I should never look down on beginners.
Never. We were all beginners once.
If I see a student making a mistake,
You help them. You don't look down on them.
we're all learning.
Exactly.
Amelia, my head is full.
We covered a lot today.
Physical directions, searching for data, optimism curves, and social respect.
Can you put it all together?
A challenge?
Tell me the story of your week again, but fix it. Use the tools. Rewrite history.
Okay, the new version, the confident version.
Go.
Last Monday, I was walking to work. It was icy. I had to look down at the sidewalk so I didn't slip.
Smart. Physical safety first.
Then I heard a noise above me. I looked up and saw a bird.
Beautiful. Physical direction.
I got to the meeting. The boss asked me about synergy. I didn't know.
Did you panic?
No. I stood tall. I looked up physically. I told him I will look it up right now.
Brilliant. Rational solution.
He tried to look down on me. He rolled his eyes.
And?
I didn't care. I realized I don't look up to him as a person. I only look up to kind people like Bob.
Excellent boundaries.
I went home, I studied the word. And now?
How is life?
Things are finally looking up.
Clap. Johnny, that was magnificent.
I used them all.
You turned a bad week into a great lesson.
It's a circle, from the floor to the sky.
And you're not an ant.
No, I'm an English speaker.
Well done.
So, the wind is still blowing outside.
But we're warm inside.
And hopefully, you feel a little bigger now, too.
Students, we have homework for you.
We always have homework.
Can you do what Johnny did?
Write a short story in the comments. Use at least 3 meanings.
Use look up. Search. Use look up to. Admire. Use look down. Eyes.
We'll read them. We'll look them up.
You are unstoppable with the puns today.
Also, tell us, who do you look up to and why?
Is it a parent, a teacher, a neighbor like Bob?
We want to know your heroes.
And if you want to keep learning with us,
You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. It helps us keep the fire burning.
don't miss the mega class.
Next week, we're talking about running.
Running out of time?
Running a business, running into friends, running away from responsibilities.
It will be a marathon.
Stay warm, put on your sweater, and keep practicing.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.